Welcome back to the Presence of Being podcast. Thank you for being here and for listening and for being a part of our community. I know I haven't made a video recording in a while, but I told myself at the beginning of the year that I'm going to be more consistent with these video recordings. I think they add another level to these recordings. I knew I wanted to make a podcast episode today, so I thought I might as well do a video one. I haven't made one in a while. So in this recording, I want to talk about something that I just actually posted a TikTok video about last night, which is learning to protect your peace. I could probably take these off or my hat off. I don't know I haven't made a video recording in a long time, so I don't know what. I guess I could keep that light on. I'll take these off. I haven't made a proper video recording in a while, so just getting back into the swing of things. I know for a fact that recording these videos, and I've mentioned this before, it's a lot harder than just pulling out my phone and talking. Editing these videos take longer. Just being on camera, it's obviously different than just, like I said, pulling out your phone and recording a podcast. But I made a commitment to myself. I'm going to start doing more of these. I think they're just better for continuing to grow the community. So be on the lookout for more video recordings. I'm not going to say that every single podcast or every single recording I do is going to be a video one, but I will try my best to do as many as I can. Hopefully you can see this well, but the hat that I'm wearing right now is actually one of the original hats that I put out for our community. This one just says Practice Presence on it. In October, we released two other hats, a baby blue one and a stoned colored one that just say Presence of Being on it. Again, if you're interested in supporting what we're building here, you can go to presenceofbeing.co and grab a hat and represent a more present-focused way of life. And that's what we're building here, just promoting presence and looking inward for fulfillment rather than looking externally for fulfillment. I think when you start practicing presence more consistently, when you implement certain presence practices into your daily life, you start to feel more whole and full and complete, and you start to realize that the answers are within you, and you don't need to go looking externally for fulfillment or happiness or peace. It comes from within. So again, if you want to just support what we're building here, leaving a like or subscribing, all of that kind of stuff obviously does a lot. But if you want to physically represent what we're building, you can grab a hat at presenceofbeing.co. So actually getting into this recording, like I said, I made a TikTok video about this last night, but I want to talk about protecting your peace and respecting your peace. And this is something that I think I've learned just surrounding myself with friends of mine who are also very mission, vision, purpose-oriented people. And as I've continued to grow, and since graduating school pretty much, just becoming very vision-oriented, as I've continued to take action towards my goals, I started to really come to the understanding that your energy and your attention and your time is very, very valuable. And allocating your time, your energy, your attention only to things that inspire you, to things that motivate you, to things that uplift you is very, very important. As you become more intentional about the way that you move, and you just become more selective with what you're giving your time, your energy, and attention to, you become very, very focused, and you start to only do things that are in alignment with your vision. And you start to only do things that are in alignment with where you see yourself going. And you no longer do things that aren't in alignment with your vision or your mission or where you see yourself going. Being intentional about the kind of things that you are consuming, being intentional about who you're choosing to surround yourself with, being intentional and selective with the types of people you choose to follow on social media, being selective and intentional about the kind of things that you just choose to engage in. These things are all very, very important. So if someone or something is not respecting your peace or your time, your energy, or your effort, it's important to distance yourself from those things or from those people. Removing yourself from that thing or from that person so you can keep your peace is something that I think you shouldn't hesitate to do. And I know it's a lot easier said than done, but it's important to address. Your peace of mind, your well-being, your mental well-being, these things are very, very valuable. This is your life. And if someone or something is disturbing that peace or preventing you from experiencing that peace in any way that you possibly can, in some way, shape, or form, distancing yourself from that thing or from that person, or just slowly but surely removing yourself from that thing or from that person, I think is something that is important. It's important for you to do, at least in my opinion. And as someone who's very goal oriented and has a vision and is taking consistent action towards getting to my goals, if something is preventing me from experiencing peace or like mental well-being, that's a red flag. Because you respect yourself, because you respect who you see yourself becoming, because you respect your vision, simply just not tolerating that kind of stuff, tolerating things that prevent you from experiencing peace or that take your peace away from you, it's like a no-brainer. That's like, in my opinion, an instant no. And I don't think you should feel bad or selfish doing so, because again, this is your life. You have to keep your peace. You have to keep your well-being in check. You have to keep your mental well-being in check. Your peace, your well-being should be a priority and something that you take seriously. Think about it. Like, if you're someone who's also very goal-oriented and has a vision or a mission or a purpose that they're working towards, that's like hard enough. It's not always going to be a smooth ride. There's ups, there's downs. If you're working towards your goals or you're stepping outside of your comfort zone, that's already uncomfortable. It's already going to require a lot from you. So controlling what you can control by being intentional, by being selective, and by only making sure that you're surrounding yourself with things and people that do keep your peace, that make you feel inspired, that motivate you, I think it's incredibly important to address and talk about. And obviously to take action on and actually implement into your life. You should focus on what it is you can control. The journey towards getting to your goals, the ups, the downs, the highs, the lows that come with pursuing your goals, you can't really control that. You don't know how you're going to get there. Some days you're going to feel great. Sometimes you're going to feel like shit. You're going to face resistance. You're not going to know how the dots are going to connect. That journey isn't always going to be smooth. You should focus on what it is you can control, which is being intentional and selective with the kind of things that you choose to consume, the kind of people you choose to follow, the kind of people you choose to surround yourself with. If things are going to add to your life, if people are going to add to your life, spend more time with those people. If people or things are going to strip you away from your peace and prevent you from experiencing peace and well-being and peace of mind, slowly but surely removing yourself from those things or from those people, I think can really benefit you. And again, as someone who's taking consistent action towards my goals, this is something that I am doing as well, or at least trying to do. Nobody's perfect. And like I said, this is a lot easier said than done, but it's something that I think is very important, especially if you are someone who is stepping outside of their comfort zone and is working towards a specific set of goals. If you're serious about getting to those goals, if you're serious about achieving something, breaking free from things that are holding you back, breaking free from resistance, and committing to those goals by only doing things that are in alignment with those goals, I think is very important as well. Actually controlling what you can control to keep your mind in check, to keep your well-being in check, is important, and it's not selfish, at least in my opinion. Nowadays, it's so easy to compare yourself to what everyone is doing online, to what everyone is doing or what everyone has on social media. If you wake up every single day and you see that kind of stuff and it makes you upset and you get discouraged seeing that kind of stuff, unfollow those accounts, unfollow those people. Just because you knew them in middle school doesn't mean that you should still be following those people. If they don't add anything to your life, unfollow them. Just because you associated with a group of people since you were kids, if they make you feel like shit after every single time you interact or spend time with them, no longer spend time with these people. They make you feel like shit. If you do something, let's say you go for runs and it makes you feel incredible, it makes you feel like you're on top of the world. You love the way that you feel after you go for those runs. Not only is it obviously good for your physical health, but it's also great for your mental health. Block in more time to run. It makes you feel good. It helps you keep your peace. If spending some alone time and journaling helps you keep your peace, make it a habit. Do it more often. Now, of course, we all sometimes have to do things that we don't want to do, or we may have to just be in a room with someone that we don't want to be in. Maybe it's a coworker or whatever the case is. But there are things that you could be doing to keep your mental well-being and your just well-being, your peace of mind more in check as you are surrounding yourself with those people or as you are doing activities that you don't necessarily want to be doing. This right here and your self-belief are some of your greatest allies. And if you're not right up here, or you're tired, or you're exhausted, or you feel drained because you aren't being intentional, because you aren't being selective, because you aren't making your peace a priority? How do you expect to achieve the goals that you set for yourself? How do you expect to muster up the courage to continue to step outside of your comfort zone, although it's uncomfortable and although you may be scared to do so, so you can get to your goals, so you can get to your dreams, so you can actually take steps towards being the person that you want to be, or getting to the places that you see for yourself? Protect your peace, protect your well-being, protect your peace of mind, and treat your peace as though it is a priority in your life. And do so without feeling guilty, without feeling bad about it, without feeling like it's a selfish thing to do. Because again, this is your life. And if you're serious about getting to your goals, if you're serious about getting to the places that you see for yourself, being selective and being intentional about where you're giving your time and energy and what you're giving your time and energy to, I think is very important. So I hope you got some value from listening to this. Thank you for being a part of Presence of Being. If you enjoy these recordings, let me know. If you have any comments or anything, you can always message me on Instagram at Presence of Being or on TikTok. Again, if you want to grab a hat, you can go to presenceofbeing.co and support what we're building here. I hope you're having a great day wherever you're listening to this. And I'm definitely going to make more video recordings in the future. So thank you again, and I'll see you in the next recording very soon.